Hello and welcome back to Torment, Tides of Numenera. So we have a lot on our mind, we are well rested. Yes. We should just head down to the cliff. Cliff's edge. Can we go there?
Don't mind if I do.
Alright, let's just go. And apparently there where we can find the slave girl.
I'm ready.
The underbelly is supposedly where I need to I don't know, investigate for the cast of woman who might help me. She's a jack. Maybe it's kind of like a rogue adventurer, like a jack of all trades. Oh. I just see what this place is all about. Okay, this is another big place. A lot of people around here. Lords. Dendra or Urkotis. So these are the people who live in the underbelly and eat others as a... I thought... Who can say friends? Who can say? What's happening over here? And the nightmare. Who here has seen the stickers? Not rumors, but an actual sighting. I saw it by the churchery. I saw it sneaking around old Shokura's place. I heard something rustling inside the crashed airship. One at a time, one at a time. So what the hell is happening here? Who it tug? I saw the stickers this morning, right here in Cliff's Edge. So did I. What are you gonna do about it, outsider? The responsibility is ours, yours, and mine. We must all stand together against these monsters. Oh, I see. Do something! Yeah! Okay, let's just talk to this guy. Lord Wundken? The claiming to the crowd is a well-dressed and but sickly-looking man, short, dumpy, and unhealthy shade of yellow. Despite this, he has the proud demeanor and the stentorian voice of a much larger man. He booms at you as you approach. Ah, another likely fellow. Excellent. The people have called for deliverance from this ravaging Stickus, and the hero has answered. Most courageous of you. You are all heroes who stand up in the face of conflict, so I just do the job for you. Well, I might just do it if I get paid.
Updated my journal.
He smiles. I'm gonna play along if you pay me big time. All you have to do is be the first hero, be the first to find the rogue Stickus that's been terrorizing Cliff's Edge. Return here and tell me precisely where it is, and I'll take it from there. Seriously? He pats you on the shoulder. And you'll be rewarded, I promise you. As the head of a slave family, I owe you a favor, and my favor carries a good deal of weight. I wouldn't really just open up with that. Hey, I'm a slaver! At least I think he's a slaver. If he's a slave, then he definitely doesn't have anything. Can I ask you more about the Stickus and its kind? Oh, I can actually increase the size of this. You know, it's of course, knowing the enemy is the first step to defeating it. Just reduce it. What is exactly a Stickus? They are horrible, undermining vermin from another world. They tunnel beneath the streets of our city, undermining our homes and causing them to collapse. Our deaths are nothing to them. They don't even believe that humans are sentient creatures. What else can you tell me about the rogue Stickus you're looking for? Shudders. The Vating appeared in Cliff's Edge a few days ago. Has been skulking around ever since. The whole neighborhood lives in fear of it. You should be afraid, make sure of it. Whoa! Really? I really love the scan thoughts. I just think that's a must-have by every way. I mean, like, I just don't imagine not picking that in a game like this. Except if that is the RP choice you want to go for. Like, you know, I would totally get that. Like, you know, reading minds is definitely a one-up. But not everyone is a mind reader, so. But if you just want to see the most conversation, I would just feel like that's definitely a must-have. why is Cliff's Edge so afraid of the stickers? Some will tell you it's because the district has suffered the most from stickers digging. Houses collapsing on the people, others falling into the sea. There's some truth to that, but the real reason is that the people here have become weak and afraid. But they aren't prepared to face adversity. Really? Mr. Slaver. And this is the place where the houses fall into the abyss. When you learn about this, he leans in, warming to the subject. Indeed, if Stitcher didn't exist, I would be tempted to invent them. But they are just what the city needs to stiffen its spine. Sagus Cliffs, our once proud empire, has abandoned its holding and ceded its territories to... Right. Autochthonous tribes and wild beasts. It's time to take them back. But how can we do that when our citizens have become lazy, timid children? They're the perfect opportunity. The weak will become stronger. You're right, without conflict people grow complacent. Active threats keep them on guard. No! Screw you! I would rather just do a Spartan move and kick you into the abyss myself. Can I do that? Come on, tell me I can do that. No, that would maybe a bit overdoing it, but you would so deserve it. Game, tell me I can do that. I wanna use the second line, but empires only serve the interests of a lucky few. Most people suffer and gain little in return. People aren't weak, they only need someone to lead them, to inspire them toward a common goal. No. But empires only serve the interest of a lucky few. Most people suffer and gain little in return. Yeah, most people tend to be greedy. He frowns. And how much more would they suffer without the Empire? The Empire serves all. Even the least is strong. Even the least in a strong civilization is better than the best of a weak one. Sagus Cliffs had an empire? Indeed! We held all the lands from here to Ornus Unagran. That was before the slave uprising that brought the slave families to power. Some of us seek to reclaim what we lost. Oh, to live in that age. Sagus advanced so quickly back then. Oh, really? Can I ask... I have other questions about the Stitcher. How did the Stitcher come to be in Sagus Cliffs? Several members of the council believe it's the work of our enemies, that their eggs were brought here from another world, an act of vengeance or sabotage perhaps. Others think that the eggs were always here and it took them centuries to hatch. Shrugs. How does it matter to me? They're here and they are dangerous, and it's up to every true citizen of Sagus Cliffs to resist them. Because if they're resisting that, they're not resisting you. Is that so? I suspect that Dreamseeker is working on a larger scale than I can alone. Okay. Can I ask something else? Of course. Wow, tell me about yourself. You'll love that. He puts a hand to his chest and raises his chin. I'm Yars Wundgen of House Wundgen, one of the most respected of the slave families. I also have the honor of serving on the council. He looks around him uneasily. I don't usually descend to this neighborhood, but in such a crisis, one must put one's finer feelings aside and Do what one can for one city. Right. Who are the slave families? Puffs with pride. We are the descendants of the slaves who rose up with Chilla the Great. They smashed the oligarchs who ruled the city and replaced their despotism with fair, egalitarian leadership. Creating a city where anyone can achieve anything if they only try. Right. Not familiar with that one. But, so you, at least your ancestors were slaves, but now you're the slaver. Oh, maybe I'm just, no. I wouldn't say you're the slaver, but, you know, you definitely have some weird thoughts. That's what I'm saying. Anyway. What can you tell me about Cliff's Edge? Alas, I rarely pass through these miserable streets, so I know little about them, but I go where my city needs be. Okay, maybe this guy is not the worst of them. Okay. Okay, so he doesn't know. I'm looking for an albino woman, assassin named Matkina. Do you know her? I don't know who that is, but by the sound of it, I don't want to. He sounds like a dreadful person. Why does he seek my death? Why can't I ask it? So we can't ask about that. Fine. Yep, he allowed, I don't know. He offered us some reward. So who to talk? Can we just rile up this crowd? Maybe I should hunt the bug down myself. Yeah.
Why not?
Other Themas. Oh, what is this? This hatch appears to be the only visible means to enter the building. It's firmly sealed. Wow. Oh. Okay.
On it.
Hey, Eritis. What is this? A crashed airship? Airships are known to be nearly uncrashable due to their leisurely cruising speeds and simplified controls. This crash must have taken rather unique confluence of events to occur. Okay. Eritis. Like, they are slow. Airships are slow. First thing you notice about this wiry young man is the golden haze, the glow surrounding him. It sparkles in his eyes and gives his easy grin a warmth that you can feel right down to your gut. It spots you and straightens.
I know what you're thinking. How in the world did you survive that crash, Eritis? The answer is, as it always is, backflips. But hold on. How did you know my name? Never mind. Not important. Of course you know my name. I'm Eritis.
Oh, really? Okay. I don't know. I'll try. He plants his hands on his skinny hips and beams. Wow. He's thinking in caps lock. This adventure is going... Wow, I can't do his voice. This adventure is going nowhere. We are standing still. And it's beginning when? I can't do his voice, but I can try to mimic his style. Your thoughts are strange. No, how did you end up crashing the airship? I'm glad you asked. This is somewhat... this is somewhat of an understatement. He looks ecstatic. I was climbing up the cliffs of Caravanserai to see how impossible it was when I saw a star falling toward the reef. He raised an earnest finger. I knew, right then, that finding the star was my destiny. He runs his hands through his curls. But what was I going to do? Climb down? Boring. Already did it the other way. Walk, worse. Far worse. No fun at all. Thanks. Tell them about the backflips. No one cares about the backflips. Tell them. He grins. Then I saw the airship docked over my head. I raced on up, borrowed the ship, and pointed it right at the reef. His face falls. I don't know what happened next. Despite my expert piloting, the airship steered itself directly at the cliffs. I had no choice. It landed at I landed it as fast and hard as safely as possible. Shaking his head, he sighs. I never did find this falling star. At this point, someone else has found it. And it's their destiny now. So he was looking for me, by the sounds of it. Possibly I was the falling star. Cheer up. I bet no one found the star. That star... Stars won't use it now anyway. Do we wanna share that we are the star? I don't know. Probably not before we get to know him. Cheer up. I bet no one found the star. That's nice of you to say, he says, his glow pulsing with apparent gratitude. You're kind, you know that. That's a rare thing these days, very rare. People like you deserve wonderful things. Inspiration strikes his face like lightning. His glow blooms until he is hard to look at. I'm going to make sure you get one. Let's travel together. Don't say no. They will lead us to glory. They will lead us to pain. Join them, join them. Join them! Why should I let you join me? I don't know. Yeah, I want you to join me. I like this guy. He's enthusiastic. He's incompetent. And yeah, I like him. I want you to join me. Of course you do. I'm ready. I'm always ready. Okay, whoa. Artis?
Well met.
Who is this
yourself.
guy? Clever Nano. No, that's me. Overly impulsive Glaive, who is heroic as he believes he's as heroic as he believes himself to be. So we got a Glaive here. He's not smart, but he's strongish. He's not even that strong, and he's definitely not good with conversation skills and doesn't know a lot. He sucks at concentration. Well, that doesn't matter actually,
On my way.
but I still wanted to know. Anyway, I love it. I don't know how will it work if we like replacing companions. Looks like 4 is the maximum, perhaps, or maybe not. Like by this, I would assume 4 is the maximum, and that's a bummer because I just want to bring everybody. But I might just have to bring some women with us because this is turning out to be a big sausage fest, and that's great. But you know, I'm like finding 4 different voices for all of you. Anyway, maybe we need to check on Calastige, I believe. Or maybe we have other followers as well. But I definitely wanna see what this guy's all about. This woman glares at the air above her head, her fingers fretting with a single bead in a long, peculiar chain of them. Her low, angry muttering resolves into words as you get closer. Foolish boy! Shivering at the crossroads, mazed by your choices. Go on and pick beauty, pick strength, pick pleasure, whatever that be. The particulars don't matter, boy. What matters is the choosing, and you do it. Are you talking to me? She blinks at the empty air, and her hands steal a metallic, many-faceted bead near the end of the chain. I may as well be, she says, snorting. Mother Temas knows you, lad. Born falling you were, born in flame. Shreds of your smoldering coal streaming through the air. When you struck ground, your bead first went cold, then hotter, than a mother's hatred. She shakes her head and spits at her feet. Scarcely born you are, and learning quick, but you're still uncertain. All boys and girls are, until they start making choices and dealing with the consequences, until they accept the cost of being adults. Okay. I don't understand. You make it sound like no choices can possibly be the right one. That's all subjective. It doesn't really matter. I mean, like, yeah. You young idiot! You make choices, Maybe they are the right one, maybe they are not the right one. You just make choices. Okay. How do you define the right one? All choices stink, she says, flinging her dishwasher grey palms in the air. And the sweetest ones often sting the most. You're confused, but they'll change. You'll never... You have your feet under you soon enough. Not all my children are as lucky.
I'll remember that.
This one, she says, showing you the bead she was speaking to before you arrived. It's carved in the shape of a malformed ring. Pico wants to escape his past, saved a handful of shins by honest means. That is to say, it's taken him a long time, and he's too busy pissing over the options to spend it. Her fingers fold over the bead. Push it into choosing a path, lad. Do that, and I'll return your call to you, improved through my art, and stronger than you lost it. How should I help Pico? You haven't been listening, lad. Don't help him. Convince him to help himself. Mother Temas shakes her head. Agonizing over a choice is foolishness. Every choice will bite you, lad. Life is building a collection of mistakes all your own. She's pretty smart. She's pretty wise, gotta be said. That doesn't mean you shouldn't consider your choices, but, you know, ultimately you just gotta go with something. Where can I find them? You're pretty smart. He's... Aratema trails off, closing her hand around her beads, staring into space. In Cliff's Edge! Oh, yeah, here. Okay, fine. Where can I find him again? So, apparently he's here. We just gotta find him. This Pico guy. I have some questions about... I have questions about something else. Yep. Do you have some... I need to talk to you about Pico. No, we don't have that. You mentioned you had my call. That's not what it is. I'm not a fool, boy, she says dryly. But you were born above my city, so I know. Like or not. She reaches into the bag strapped to her hip. Something glitters within. This your call, torn from you at birth. Name it what you will, but know what it be. What's it? What is it? Can I have a look at my call? When you finish the task I ask of you, not before. Fair enough. I want to ask you about someone in particular. Aye? A note of very caution enters Mother Thames' voice, and she drops the chain to coil, snake-like, into the palm of her hand. How about Rin? That's the slave girl. You describe the girl you're seeking, and she runs the chain of beads through her loosely coiled fist. Didn't deliver her, she declares. Don't know her. She doesn't come from Cliff's Edge, and may not be from Segus either. Matkina? She listens as you describe the woman you're seeking and begins to shake her head. Then she recoils. You're speaking of the White Death? She growls, gripping the ends of the chain of beads in her hands and pulling them out until all of them shiver on their string. Mark the fated ones, the ones as cold as a long night's snow. More than a few were down to her and her careless knife. How about Lord Wundken? He's the leader of one of the slave families, she says, studying her beads carefully. Has a number of opinions, that boy. Some he shares, some he doesn't. But he's got them all the same. I'm not one to share his secrets neither. Ruining a life is his business, not mine. Alright. I have nothing more to say about the man, she adds. But head over there with your mind open. I'll be happy to fill it for you. You don't seem to like Lord Wundgen much. Can he be trusted or not? Alright, 45. That's bad. It's 45. It's 50. Are you any good at it? No, he's not. I can go with 2. Put it up to 85. But let's just go with 90.
I'm ready to learn something new.
She presses her lips together, eyes flickering between the distant lord and you. Yovuki blood on his mother's edge? He says at last, so low you can barely hear her. I'll not turn my back on a girl in trouble, but I have no time for disgusting abhumans either. What? She shoots a poisonous look at the Lord's direction. I'm not alone in that. If people knew what he was, it would be the end of his politicking, for sure, and certain. Yovuki blood on his mother's side. Okay. Farewell. So we gotta do his quest, then ruin his life. Sounds great.
Sure enough.
Not necessarily ruin his life, but can we talk to this one? Flesh creeps if you let it. If you let it. Okay, that's fine. Sounds great. Aitashi, Barant, Guromo.
I am the very soul of action.
Oh, Pico! Hello there. What is this? Now, this fallen pile of wood and stone marks the place where a house once stood. That's it. Pico! I'm happy to see you.
Here comes the boredom slayer.
Okay. Let's talk to Pico. The mutant boy gazes at the entrance of the chirurgical parlor, flinching at each stretch of razor metal on the metal from within. I just saw a dragon fly through. It's crazy. By your estimation, he is in his late teens, but is the size of a young, malnourished child. His arms are little more than a bone wrapped in red, speckled skin, and a raw line zigzags down between his mismatched eyes and over his blade of a nose, as if pointing directly at his thin lips. He sees you looking, and bird-like muscles flex in his frail jaw. Get a good look, he says, lifting his chin. Or maybe you want to call me some names? I hear Actual a lot, or maybe Lightning Bolt? I get that one from time to time. He crunches his bony arms and glares at you. Don't let me stop you. Call me names. Laugh. Do it now, because in another few minutes, I'll be the one laughing. Calm down, Earthquake. Damn. So cold. I love it. I'm not loud. Calm down, Earthquake. Damn. Very funny, he says. Hilarious. And you know what? I'm calm. I think that was the best way to do it. I just you told me to call you some names, and I called you some names. I'm not going to be the butt of everyone's jokes anymore, says. Electricity sizzles within the nearby parlor. This time he does not flinch away. Lightning flickers trapped in his determined eyes. I have some money, alright? I'm going to use it to change myself. Change everything I can. He trails off, studying you in his turn. His eyes widen and he glances quickly away, studying the nearby parlor instead. Is he the guy who... Could it be? Could be a sign? I'm not gonna say that Mother Temas sent me. What sort of changes are you considering? What do you care? Says I'm sure you have business somewhere in the city. I don't want to be in trouble. Why did you look at me strangely earlier? His mouth trembles as though he's wrestling with a question he doesn't want to ask. Doesn't feel good to be stared at, does it? He says at last, looking back at the parlor. He seems to be deflecting your question, though it isn't clear why. He's forgotten me, doesn't matter. His words to me then mean the same to me now. Who forgot? I've forgotten you? Let's ask the same question again. Why did you look at me strangely? I just looked at you, that's all. You're imagining things. Can everyone buy improvements from the parlor? Yes, he says. You pay the keeper and the drones remake your body the way you want. Wow. I don't want to say that. Let's just say that. Looks like we can't open up the conversation option. Mother Thames sent me. I want to help. Oh, he says, blushing. She knows, of course she knows, and that means you know too. He chews his lip. Fine, I'm scared, alright? I've had this ugly face, this body, my entire life. I've saved up to change myself, my future. Maybe I can become strong enough to deal with the people who hurt me. Or maybe I fix my face. I can do that, but then I'll still be small. Despite the anger in his voice, tears shining at the corners of his eyes. So this is really only about choice about buffing yourself up or making yourself pretty.
Making a note.
I can only use the machines in a parlor once, understand? It's too expensive. I spent years saving up all this money. It's not enough to fix me. He opens his pouch to display a moderately impressive collection of coins. Give it to me! At all this money, Tibir glances over just in time to see the pouch open. His eyes bulge. Poor lad, he winces. All that coin must be weighing him down. We should lighten his load. Boy in this state, I got a hunch scams. I got 100 scams that would work. Oh, if you'd only let me. Tibir, don't do it. Use the parlor to change your appearance. It's important to feel good about how you look. I don't know. Use the parlor to become so strong that no one will ever bully you again. Like, the thing is, like, physical strength is not that cracked up to be. I mean, like, even if you became the pimpest guy on the planet, like, you know, how about getting shot in the face? Like, I can think of better uses for your money besides changing your appearance. Can you just spend on something more, like, valuable? Like guarantee your well-being? I don't know. Like, if that is all your money, you probably shouldn't... I'm just saying that you probably, if you shouldn't blow all your money, every single cent you have on a cosmetic surgery or like steroids. I mean, like, yeah. I can think of better uses for your money besides changing your appearance. Huh? He says, blinking rapidly. He thrusts out a belligerent lip. Like what? My friend Tibir can explain it better than I can. Nice. Damn cold. Strength fails, beauty fades. Use that money to get an education at the Order of Truth. No way. Life is too short for worry. Use that money on something fun. Oh no. I don't know about that. Actually, never mind. Let's talk about changing your appearance again. I don't know about that education in the Order of Truth. I don't know about that. I mean, like, okay, I suppose. But those guys are heartless, so I wouldn't recommend that. Life is too short for worry. Use the money on something fun. I mean, like, I would say use that money on something Smart. Like, make some more money. You know? That's what I would say. Anyway, not is something I would do, but you know, that is what I would suggest this young man to become. Make that money, use that money to make even more money, then he can become pretty and strong. How about that? Actually, never mind. Let's talk about changing your appearance again. If it's between the choices of changing your appearance to feel good all the time or be strong, I mean, like, yeah, I don't know about that. I think, as much as I don't care too much for like physical appearance, as much, I think that is what you should do. I mean, like, if you're that ugly, I mean, like, the question is how ugly you are. I mean, like, that is the thing we don't know. Can I just zoom in and see it? Because if you're just a regular guy, I mean, like, you don't need cosmetic surgery. I mean, like, how ugly you are. I mean, like, deformed ugly. Like, it was suggested that he's a mutant, so he might be like deformed, and I could get that. Okay, but if you're just a guy, I mean, like, you definitely don't need that. But you definitely don't need to be the strongest guy of all time. I wouldn't really recommend the Order of Truth to you, and yeah. I think if you have to blow it on something, I think you gotta go with how you look. I mean, like, as much as you would like it, blow it on something fun, I think you would wanna blow it on something that's just gonna, you know, keeps on giving. If this will make you feel good, I think, yeah, blow it on that. Do it.
Making a note.
He blinks, startled by the authority in your voice. Then a smile spreads across his face, so tentatively that it seems to be testing his face to make sure it will hold the weight. I knew it was him. That's just like what he said years ago. Now the thing is, actually, I would suggest him. I'm like, the real answer would be is to force him to make a decision, because and the thing is, you want to make your own decisions. As much as you might be in doubt to make your own decisions, but if you make your choices based on someone else's suggestion and you came to regret those, then you didn't regret your own choices, but you regret your own failure to make a choice and carry through someone else's suggestion. I'm just saying, if you're gonna fuck up something, you better fuck up what you believe in, okay? And but I do believe that is not saying that you shouldn't ask what others would do, but you know, ultimately the choice gotta be yours. But probably this young man is just incapable of that. He's just too eager to blow the money. But I suppose out of those choices, if you're a mutant, like, hey, maybe you can have a normal life. So let's go with that. You're right. I hate looking like this. Being bigger wouldn't fix that at all. Yeah, I don't think that's just dumb.
Steroids.
That's it. Thank you. Oh, you can be. You're bald? This feels even better than I dreamed. Oh. Now we can go back to Mother. So, wow, what is this? Is this the parlor? Where's the parlor? We don't know? Oh, this is the parlor? Oh, that is the parlor. Tunnel to underbelly. Looks like there are many ways to go to the underbelly.
Why, of course.
Chirurgical drone. What is that? These displays show information regarding patients, conveniently visible from anywhere within the parlor. As much as I want to talk to these guys, let's just go back to Mother and let's see what she has to say about this situation.
At last.
This guy doesn't have a lot of points, gotta be said. Alright. I look like an idiot with that pajama. If anything, her angry muttering has intensified. She drags the chain of beads between her knuckles, staring into space. What now, my lads? She says. I need to talk you about Pico. Why did it intensify? Aren't you happy with my choice? I know beauty fades, but it's not gonna fade for some time. I've solved his problem. What of him? Have you? Mother Thames' eyes unfocused, and her fingers trace the borders of the hollow bead. Mayhap you did, he says at last. A charming smile can get a lad out of most problems, until it can't, of course. She shakes her head. I know you did what you thought was right, but we know that life is more than one choice, don't we? And now he'll make the next one on his own, mayhap. Yeah, that's smart. Well, I guess she's wiser than me, because ultimately you start your life out as others making choices for you. And part of being an adult, as she's saying, is that making the choices for yourself and taking responsibility for them and fucking up, taking responsibility for that too, and being just 100% your choice. Mayhap. She roots about in a saddlebag hanging at her hip. Take care, lad. You earned it.
I'm ready to learn something new.
Off with you. You've done enough here. Okay. Call shield. Whoa, that's only usable by me? That's really good, isn't it? +2 might and evasion. Only usable by me. That's a shield. Can I use it? Let's continue. Can we equip it? Oh, we can. It gives me evasion, 50% evasion, and 2 might. Oh, no, not discarded. That makes me strong. What is this? Fresh vapors? Oh, okay. Fine. Whatever.
Yes.
I just go up to the surgeon. I'm making some progress here.
Sure enough.
And I love how the game approaches the... I love the approach of the game because, you know,
Absolutely.
it just makes you think. And that was definitely a thing in Planescape Torment as well. And definitely a thing in the best games. Anyway, I believe this is a good time to take a break, so hope you guys had fun. Tell me if you did, and see you around. And have a good one, guys.